Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Reveals. All right, so what I've got on the table today is Ascension. And it's not just any Ascension, it's the 10th anniversary edition of Ascension. So Ascension's been around for a while. It's probably my wife's favorite game, not named Thunderstone. So this is one that we can sit down and play pretty regularly. I will say that as games like this go on, they tend to add more and more rules to them. So she's got some that she likes and some that she don't like. It kind of depends on what rules get thrown in there on top of what is the base game. She really likes the base games, and I do too. It keeps it kind of simple, makes it kind of a known thing on how to play. And if you take a look at this one, we got 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes. Rules are fairly simple in this as far as these types of games go. I haven't opened the box yet, but looking at it, we've got 181 cards, 50 honor tokens. We're not seeing tokens of other kinds, so I'm assuming we're going to have a fairly basic set of rules here. And when I look at the cards that they show on the back here, we're looking at pretty basic cards. So I'm kind of excited for this game. It looks like it's kind of a back to the basics for the anniversary edition here. So we're going to pop it open and see what we've got. Got out my knife. And let's see here, give the plastic little cut. And we'll rip it open here, see what we come up with. So I've been a really big fan of the Ascension series. They do lots of fun stuff with this. And really, we've tried Dominion. Didn't really trip the trigger for us. Thunderstone's probably our favorite, but this is a pretty close second. The nice thing about this is setup time is really quick on a game of Ascension. All right, so I'm opening the box here. We see stack of cards there, stack of cards A, stack of cards B. You have a little rule book. Oh, there's another stack of cards in here. We have a stack of cards C. And what do we have? We have counters. We have a bunch of our little tokens. So we've got the ones that are, usually it's 1s and 5s. So we got a little variety pack there. Looks like a nice setup with divider spaces so you can slot the cards in there and some other holders on the side. So toss the tokens out of the way. We've got, it looks like a game board here, and I'm zoomed in pretty close, so we might not be able to see all of this at once because I'm zoomed in for card view. And we see we've got a deck and a void, and then we've got our strip out here for where we place our, essentially the market for the cards that we can get. And then on the right side, we have an honor pool, and looks like where we can put our standard cards up there, and just some neat artwork down at the bottom, right? So those are our standard buys, the cultists that you can attack, and then the other two that you can buy to kind of upgrade your starter cards. All right, so let's look and see what cards actually come in here. It's nice it all folds up into a fairly small piece right there. And the other thing is, without it being square, there's not a whole lot of dead space that it takes up. Kind of like that. Actually, before we take a look at the cards, let's see what's in our rule book here, which just almost automatically fits there, right? So you can see we've got our, there it is, the Mystic and our heavy infantry there. So nice spots for all of those. Spots for the deck, honor pool. All right, and let's see, just kind of going through the rules. 3, 4, and you can see we've got card description. And then gameplay in here is only what? I'm going to guess it's maybe 4 pages. Yep, so you got gameplay is 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're at game end right here. So it goes pretty quickly. The rules are fairly simple. You got a glossary and an FAQ at the end. Oh, we got another page, the advertisement for other stuff. Nope. Continued FAQ. We've got some solitaire variant, and then we've got credits there. So there's some advertising on the back there. All right. So, yep, fairly simple game. We got decks of cards here. What do we have here? We've got apprentices and then a couple of things that tend to go into our decks. Let's start here because these are going to be probably a lot of repeat cards. We'll see if I can get that open or not. There we go. I had this nice multi-tool that I lost, and the kids for Christmas got me a new knife. Was very thoughtful of them. It's kind of become my go-to recently. So, all right, we've got an Apprentice here. Like the artwork on that. Kind of like this new artwork style. It's pretty nice. So you got a bunch of Apprentices, and you're going to have a bunch of Militia. Yeah, there's your Militia that you're going to start with, because these make up the starter deck. So you've got Apprentice, Militia go into your starter deck. All right. I'm really digging this artwork style. I like that. All right. Apprentice, Militia. This is the Cultist. So the Cultist, if you have enough attack, you can take the Cultist out every round. He looks pretty frenzied and crazy there. So like that Cultist. Then we are into, ooh, these are a bunch of the monsters that can end up in the middle. So we've got Zeron, we've got a Wind Tyrant. So let's go through these real fast. We've got a Wind Tyrant, a couple of Wind Tyrants, 3 Wind Tyrants, Avatar of the Fallen, unbanishable, so you can't kick him out, Corrosive Widow, couple of those, 3 of those, 4 of those. Got Sea Tyrants. Samuel's Trickster. It looks like we're going in descending order here of power, because they keep taking less and less to defeat. Tormented Soul. Mistake of Creation. Well, that one went back up. We've got a Mephit. What else we got here? We've got Earth Tyrant. Ooh, he looks nice. All right, so that looks like our monsters that are a part of the deck. And you've got Earth Tyrants and Wind Tyrants, Sea Tyrants. You kind of got a variety of elements there. Pretty cool. All right. So that's the monsters that could end up coming out and going into your middle row. Let's see what else we've got here. So we're going to grab this one and open this one up. We still got this one on the side. Can I get it without getting the knife out? It's got this little, sometimes they have those little pull tabby things. Sometimes those work, sometimes those don't. I will say this time it does work. Yay! All right. Get that out of the way. All right, looking at these, we have, yeah, there's some artifacts. Okay. We've got a Tablet of Time's Dawn, All-Seeing Eye, Master Dartha, Arha Initiate, probably multiples of those, yep. Seer of the Forked Path. Dude, I'm really digging this artwork. That's pretty cool artwork. Ascetic of the Lidless Eye, Temple Librarian, Arha Templar. There we go. There's our cover art right there. Twofold Ascara. I like that one. That one's pretty cool too. Zaya the Peerless. All right, those were our enlightened, so we're into our lifebound now. So we've got a Snapdragon. Well, I'm not even gonna try to say it. It's a staff. Cetra, Weaver of the Stars. Lifebound Initiate. A few of those. You got your Wolf Shaman. This is one of my favorite veins to go into, because the whole being able to get victory points as you play them is pretty nice. They tend to feed off of each other very well. Druid of the Stone Circle. Druids, multiple, sorry. Land Talker. The Flytrap Witch. See, that's one where you're getting 2 victory points every time you play her. Runic Lycanthrope. All right, so now we get into my wife's favorite stuff, which are these constructs. She likes the constructs, and the reason she likes the constructs is usually when you're paying, you're getting a lot of victory points at the end for it, so they tend to be a good investment. They also tend to get out of your deck and sit out in play, so that way you can cycle with your other cards, and these just give you little bonuses. All right, so we've got a Rocket Courier, Burrower Mark II, Watchmaker's Altar, the Grand Design, Hedron Link Device, Hedron Cannon, Core the Ferromancer, Mechana Initiate, should have a few of those, your Reactor Monk. Boy, I like the artwork on these. That's just beautiful. Avatar Golem. He looks pretty menacing. And Shadow Star. Hey, it looks like I opened them up right because we're hitting the Void stuff and the next deck's got Void stuff in it. So, all right. So we've got a couple of Shadow Stars there. Let's go into our final pack here. Let's see if I can find the thing. Where's it at? It's usually on the side, like right here. There we go. All right. Let's pick at it and see if I can get it. Oh, is it going to do its thing? Or am I going to have to get... Oh, it did its thing. All right. Good packaging. That means I don't have to go at it with a knife. Makes it a lot easier. All right. Let's see what we have for Void here. We got our Void Thirster. Wow, that looks great. Like it. Muramasa. Demon Slayer. A few of those. Spike Vixen. Your Void Initiate. So other times I tend to go into Void just because I'm also, I think it's my magic background, I guess, trying to do card control, so being able to banish some of the lower cards out of your hands. And I think that's one of the things that drives my wife nuts is I'll have these turns where I end up going a little bit enlightened and a little bit void, and then I end up like cycling tons of cards and banishing cards out of my hand, and that can take a little bit. Once you get going, your turns can take a little while because you got a whole bunch of things to do. Anyway, Void Initiates, Shape of the Black Watch. Ooh, that's a funky looking thing there. He's like carrying an octopus. Is that what's going on there? Arbiter of the Precipice. Emery, one with the Void. Like that. Can need artwork. All right, so these are your upgrades. So when you start the game, you start off with your basic, your militia. Oop, can I get them over here? Maybe I can get them over here. Dun, dun. So let's get those out of the way. So you either start off with some militia or maybe an apprentice. So as you step up, then you can, these go out on the board. You can get mystics, or we should have some, yeah, some heavy infantry. So your apprentice kind of help you buy into some mystics, which give you better buying power, right? For a cost of 3. And then you've got heavy infantry, your militia, your heavy infantry, your step up from your militia. So, wow. I really like this artwork. So it's a lot of the stuff, it's the base set reskinned a little bit. I think there's some card changes in there. I haven't played recently enough to know exactly what is all changed. I think there are some card changes in there, but most of it seems to be the same. I remember most of the names. The artwork is beautiful with this set. I like it. So this is what you're going to get with Ascension 10th Anniversary Edition. It's kind of just your base set. We're not seeing really any crazy abilities in here or additional things that you can do. And I kind of like that. I kind of like the base game. So if you are getting into Ascension, I would suggest this is a good set to go grab and pick up. It would be a great one to start with. They also have a very small, like, small box starter set, which is great and portable. But this would be great when you're with your gaming group, 4 people or so that you want to play, or if it's just 2 of you playing, this is also a good set. So solo mode, you can play with this also, but I don't know that I would suggest running out and getting this for solo mode. Maybe to start off with, it'd be all right for solo mode, but tend to, in my opinion, you tend to progress past the really basic mechanics pretty quickly in a solo mode of this type of game. So you might want one of the other sets to have a little bit more complicated mechanics that are added to the game for like more solo play. So, all right. Ascension 10th Anniversary Edition, would highly recommend this. Beautiful artwork, nice simple game, good game to get started in the Ascension world with. All right, that's it for now. Got any comments on your thoughts on this set? Or what I'd also like to know is the other set that you would recommend that's not the base set from Ascension. If you're going to buy one other set, which one would you get? So, all right, leave that in the comments, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching.